What's up, guys? How's it going? My name is Fedor, and on my left is Love and Caring, and the very fine young lady, your name is
Victoria.
And today we're gonna bring a deep topic into this channel and talk about
how we deal with racism.
Yes, clearly we are an interracial couple, and the topic of race truly comes up a lot
All the time.
when people see us, when people talk about us, when people watch our videos, and we have been learning a couple of things about racism, and we have developed a way of dealing with it ourselves.
Yes.
That we want to share with you guys.
Yes.
Maybe you are in an interracial relationship yourself. Maybe you are dealing with racism. We want to share how we deal with it. So maybe you can take something away.
Yes,
and maybe we can start a conversation with you as well.
Exactly.
So
to dive right in, I would say the first thing is not caring what people think and only caring what your partner thinks.
Yes.
I feel like that was the first thing that I had to learn with being in an interracial relationship because not recently, but when we were in college in Virginia, we faced a lot of racism. And this specific point where we went to an HBCU. That is not where we experienced a lot of it, but like when we would go down the street and hold hands from it's usually always the old community would either treat Fedor better and then literally treat me like trash, or
just simply look at us a certain way, or be
but like for the racist encounter, they would always treat me less than. So the way we dealt with it, because it was very hard for me, because I would be like, I didn't understand why like they would always treat Fedor better. I'm like, I didn't do anything to them, but it's not about that sometimes. And you just have to be comfortable with yourselves and with your partner and not care what they think, because if you care what they think, then you're not going to live your life and be happy with your significant other, and it won't ever work out.
Not that those things are out there, and that you don't have any control over the other person's mind and what they think.
Exactly.
But you get to control how you let it affect you.
Ooh! Say that again.
Dropping gems up in here. But if they say something bad to you, you choose to let it get to you. But know that you cannot change their way of thinking. They've been that way for their entire lives. Maybe they grew up like that.
Yeah.
And you should not let it affect you. And you make that choice of not let that affect you.
That's a great point.
And carry on with your life, you know?
Exactly.
If you harbor on it too long, then it's going to get to you. And you will start being that hateful person that maybe they were initially. So don't let it get to you, and don't let that affect you. And like Victoria said in the beginning, only worry about your partner thinks about you, and not what anybody else think about you. But whether it's racist, just rude, or just being negative to you on any grounds, your partner will know better, because they love you and they'll tell you who you are, and maybe you have bad things about you that they will tell you about that. So next point is know your self-worth. Know who you truly are.
Yeah.
If a person says that we have had comments like that saying, "Oh, he is with her just because of her looks. He doesn't love her. He knows that she is inferior to him," and things like that.
No, can we actually dig deep into this topic real quick?
Go ahead.
I was gonna leave this for story time, but because you brought this up, so whoo! Get ready, get your popcorn, get your tea, because this is a hot mess. This person at our university who worked there was supposed to be a mentor of mine. And then I asked that person as a mentor in my head when this person of power realized that I was in a relationship with a white person. Going to HBCU. And I'm trying so hard to use the words not to say this person or the gender, but this person comes to me in my face and says, speaking about Fedor, oh my God, I'm about to just cry thinking about it. He doesn't really love you. He's infatuated with you. His type, like his kind, can never love you the way you need to be loved. Now, when I told Fedor, all he could do was laugh, but I think, so the way I reacted, and then I'll say how I dealt with it. The way I reacted, I was first of all angry, and I wanted to cuss that person out, but I know I couldn't because they were in authority.
Right.
So I literally went through that, and then the way I responded was, I literally said, "Thank you for telling me that."
That's it.
I was like, I literally had all these other things that I wanted to say, but I couldn't, because at first I was high authority, and I was so triggered that that was the only thing that could come out of my mouth, which is a shame, and I should have said something else. But hey,
You would now because you don't have any strings attached anymore.
Yes,
but back then, if you would have said
then,
something, it could have been a little bit bad for you, which is sad.
Yeah,
that we have to play this.
I had to play it like that because I needed that person to further on.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah. So that person of high authority. It could be anyone. Yeah. There's many people like that will come at you. For just loving the person that you love, and it's not right.
That brings me to this next point of they said that not because they knew me, not because they knew Victoria.
Didn't know. They just saw Fedor.
Yes.
That person just saw Fedor.
And they didn't know me for who I was. Didn't know my intentions. Didn't know my upbringing. They didn't know any of those things about Victoria either. And they projected their own thinking, maybe their own memories, maybe their own past experience onto Victoria, assuming that that's going to be the case for all of people just like Victoria.
I couldn't believe it.
And so then when we had that talk the first time, I said, who are they? They're rotten person. They have this hate in their heart. They're trying to put it onto you.
Yeah.
You know that it's not the case. Once you don't need that person no more, cut it. You don't have to worry about it at all.
Exactly. And I feel like that was the greatest advice Fedor gave to me because it wasn't even the fact that I didn't believe anything that person said, but it was the fact that they thought insulting. The audacity that they knew they could say that to me and get away with it.
And
I'm boiling right now.
It makes you sad. It makes you upset and sad and frustrated that people actually do think that. That's not just them saying it because they read it somewhere. No, they actually do think that. The first instinct is to change their opinion. Is to say, no, you're not right.
Yeah,
you are wrong.
Course.
This is the case. You are wrong. That's the first instinct. Because you believe something totally different. But from my experience, guys, it's not worth wasting your time and energy to change them. Yes. Because you cannot change another person unless they want to change themselves. And typically, when they say certain things to you, that's set in their mind. And you cannot change them. Don't waste your time. They'll be that person forever. Just try to avoid them if you can.
If you can.
If you can avoid them, if you cannot,
because it doesn't,
just deal with that.
I think you're absolutely right. It doesn't make sense to fight fire with fire, so.
Nope. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
You gotta treat fire with love, with other ways.
With love or take the high road like I did. I wish I would have said a little more, so probably say a little more, but still take the high road.
But, don't change the other person's opinion. It's not worth it. You won't do it. It will only bring up more hate from them and more arguments from you and them, so it's not worth it at all.
Exactly.
Also, it may make you that hateful person as well. You might argue with them and be something, you're wrong, and you might be against them, and it can bring a lot of hateful emotions from you as well, and you turn to that person as well. Exactly. Same goes with social media. Talk about that.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, even so, say if you get hate comments, like I know we get some hate comments, and how we deal with that. First, I'm gonna say, like, I like to read every comment. Fedor does not. I like to respond.
Not at all.
Yeah, I like to respond to you guys, but when I see the hateful ones and the hurtful ones, it used to really get to me. Yeah. Now I'm just like, forget the haters. That would be my advice to people. Forget the haters, forget the trolls. But it's really hard. They'll always be there. They will always be there. But when you rise to the top, you're always going to have haters. You're always going to have someone that's going to try to take you down. So the way I deal with the racist comments is I don't respond to them.
They're there.
On social media, of course, like if it's in person, I would have to be confronted with that. Right. But over the internet, I don't respond because if you start responding, just like Fedor said, you're going to turn into that hateful person. You're going to spread hate into the world, and it's just better not to respond. And it's so hard for me because I'm like, I want to try to cuss them out. But then I'm just like, no, I can't, because I have to set an example for other people that will be reading it, or
And that's what they want. They want to get that rise out of you. The trolls feed off your negative energy. That's what they are looking for. And the hateful comments looking for that hate back as well. And you may sometimes get into that kind of state of when you see a hateful post, you want to dislike, you want to go to that person and look how terrible this person is, look what they did. Yeah. Why are you doing that? Yeah. They are the way they are. Leave them alone. Worry about yourself. And maybe one day your loving character will set an example for them that actually it's not the case. Maybe a racist person watched our video and at first they're like, oh, she's black, he is white, oh, it's terrible. But maybe after the first minute they saw that we are in love with each other, that we are a couple, that we enjoy life, and maybe they had a good laugh of it. And then maybe down the road, 5 years from now, they will change.
Exactly. You just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know. But if, of course, somebody's like really attacking you and bullying you, just block them. You know?
Block them, separate yourself from them.
Yeah.
Don't deal with that. Call the authorities if you have to. Call for help if you have to. If it's really getting to that point, of course, you know, if it's in person, that's a whole different, you know, separate topic. Get help if you have to. But if you can avoid them, avoid them. And one day your love and your spirit will change their spirit into more positive.
Yeah.
It's something more positive. It doesn't, like Doris said, it's not worth it to treat fire with fire or to put out fire with fire. You have to put out that hate with love.
Exactly. And even if they don't change down the line, you can just always just pray for that person spiritually, whatever religion you're a part of.
Right.
Just separate yourself from that person and pray for them.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, literally. And I would also say our advice to you is to just stay positive. Like, just put out good vibes. When you put out good vibes, you get back good vibes. When you put out good energy, you get back good energy. Hopefully, not all the time, but you know, eventually people will come around.
Exactly.
And that's what we like to do. And that's why if you always see us not responding to any of the negative comments, racist comments, or anything, this is why. We're just trying to keep our positive bubble.
Exactly.
Just keep our
and
positive
not
bubble.
let the negativity come in and disrupt that.
There we go.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope that we helped you out somehow.
Yes.
And please share your thoughts in the comments so others can read, so others can also have a conversation. And hopefully you're not going to put any negative comments in the comments either.
I know. Literally, keep loving one another, like positive vibes, and talk to someone if you need to. Like,
exactly.
There's always other people to talk to about these problems, like we do.
Yes. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.
Paka paka.